Hey, we got a good thing. Don't know if I'ma see you again.
Well, you hit #1 with your first studio album.
Yes.
And again, with the new album, second album. What did you set out to do this time around?
To put out the first album was like a 2-year process. And like I had to jump through a lot of hoops just to put it out. So that by the time the final album came out, it was like I was so far removed from where I was originally at. This time I wanted to start with like a clean slate and to kind of like tell my story a little bit. It was a very selfish album. I used this album to kind of like tell my personal story for like the last 1.5, 2 years. So that's what I wanted to do. But a lot of my music most of the time is like more broad, like a Crooked Smile song, like where I'm like speaking to people or using my story to speak for people. But the album was a lot of selfish, like me just, it was like therapy.
Load the clip in the chapter, flip the script and get out.
Well, you released Miss America last year, and now we're seeing it in the trailer for Splinter Cell, Blacklist.
Right.
And what does that song mean to you?
It's like real rebellious spirit on Miss America originally. It's a statement for not settling with the status quo, whether it's rap music and what's currently going on. And then on the second verse, it's just like, I'm not gonna stand for what life is offering me. I'm gonna break all your rules and like master the game that you play or that you created. I'm gonna just play the game and master it and just beat the game, but like bring down the system with me. But I think attitude-wise and emotionally, it fits with the game perfectly.
People have said that rap maybe glorifies whatever, it's drugs, crime. I mean, do you agree with that? And that's something that you think about at all?
I mean, I feel like American culture glorifies drugs and crime and sex, you know what I mean? I think rap is just a part of that culture. And yeah, there's some artists out there that glorify it because that's what they do. That's what they're into, you know what I mean? There's EDM artists and rock artists that do the same thing, you know, because that's what they're into. I think rap is very true to whoever that person is, you know? And I feel like American culture, period, is like is worse than rap music. Rap is just like a microcosm of America. So yeah, does it glorify it? Sure.
You graduated with honors from St. John's University.
Yeah.
You know, how important was your education to you, and you know, how did it help your career?
I was a communications major, so there's just things about the industry, period, that I see. But other than that, I think it just gives me another perspective to speak on and speak from, and more life experiences to pull from. Had I came out at 18 as a rapper, I think I was good enough, but I don't really know what I would have been talking about. I wasn't like mature enough, and I didn't have like the life experiences yet, I think, to like really, I guess, give a good story or to really tell a great story or whatever. Now I think college gave me that, gave me time to sit back, view the world. In school, you got so much time on your hands, you know what I mean, to just kind of just analyze the world. Very little class and a lot of like life. So that's what it gave me, just another perspective.
What advice would you give to up-and-coming rappers or people that want to get in the game?
Up-and-coming rappers, any musician, period, any artist, I think just absolutely do what's in your heart, period. Say what's on your mind, speak what's in your heart and how you really feel. When you're trying to be something else, when you're trying to fit into what's going on, it's like you kind of stray away from your path a little bit. And sometimes you want to expand your style and like grow, and that's always good, but like never veer too far from who you are, you know, as a person.
You know, we see not just hip-hop artists, but so many different music artists branching into fashion and acting. I mean, what do you think about that, and is that something you would want to do down the line, branch into a different career?
Acting, for sure. I want to just give it a shot. I keep talking about it, but I would love to give acting a shot and see if I'm any good. I never took any classes or I never did a rehearsal, but I want to know because my mother's an actress. She did like local plays and local theater. She should have been an actress. Like if she would have followed her heart and her passion, she would have like chased the dream.
I'm still on you, my drinks spill on me while I feel on you, I'm saying.
Do you feel any pressure with this second album, having done so well the first time around? I know you've released a bunch of, a couple mixtapes.
Did I feel pressure?
Yeah.
Not because of the first album. I just felt like it was an important album for my career. You know, like it was just a very important album for me to do well on and to kill and to have like, you know, to have success. I think it was gonna define like whether this career was gonna continue rising or like it's kind of like peak out, you know what I mean? And like, you know, I think it kind of did the trick. It's rising. So that's all I needed, really.
How do you stay grounded with all this, you know, excitement around you?
Because I don't buy into my own hype. You know, like I'm grateful for the reactions and the appreciation, but I don't buy into like, yeah, I'm the man. Like, nah, I feel like I got a lot left. Like I'm gonna be here for years. Like, being hot in 2013 is cool, you know, and being critically acclaimed in 2013 is cool, but like, what about 2020? Like, where am I gonna be? I don't wanna be making a documentary 20 years from now talking about like this as if it was the end. I wanna still be present and still be making music. I wanna be like, you know, Bruce Springsteen or something, like making songs that are relevant. If a tragedy happens, make a song and I can just put it out and people know I'm still speaking for them. I want to be like that. I have my art always appreciated.